Okay, they hear us now. My whole flow was interrupted. It was all planned, and then Discord having to do a Discord thing. So, okay, from scratch for the
Starting
third time
over
here.
again.
Third time, yes. I'm Austin. I'm joined by CJ. We are ready to play some Luminous. How are you doing, CJ?
I'm doing great, Austin. How are you?
Good. Good that we can finally get started and play some games here. And yeah, our
Yes.
topic today will be the, I guess, the soundtrack for Lumines Arise will be available February 2nd, so it'll be here before you know it. It's a monstrous, soundtrack with all the songs. You know, there's already 36 plus stages on, or 35 plus stages, excuse me, in Lumines Arise. So yeah, are you excited for everyone to get their hands on that finally?
Very excited. Yes, I can't wait for everybody to hear it. We've already been listening to it internally. It's absolutely fantastic. Very excited. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we put together a playlist here. So if you haven't voted already, head to discord.gg/enhance and get your vote in. You can vote for a song per each area, and we're going to keep this going weekly, kind of like a little tournament bracket until we land on one track. So I will be actually very curious how that will play out. But as you see, we have
what is the best track in Lumines Arise? What could it be? Like, I know we all kind of have our personal favorites, but you kind of put it to a vote and then come up with a consensus, perhaps.
Right. Before we do hop into that, I just wanted to take a look. I guess you can go to edit playlist here. So we got The Dark here, Code X. I can't remember the name of every track per se, but I think some were competing for the same area, like that are close currently on the poll. So area or On Eggshells versus The List, or I'm sorry, Steam Ahead versus On Eggshells. I'm getting some names mixed up here. And then Star Odyssey, I believe, versus Hope Blooms. So those are currently close.
Yep.
So we'll kind of play through and maybe talk about what each stage invokes, whether it's emotion, feeling, any stories we may have for the first time playing these stages. And chat, we encourage you to participate along with us. So let's get started.
Sure.
And let's play hard just because the stages are a little longer, have more time to kind of think it through, and maybe you'll top out due to a challenge. We'll see. But,
sounds good. You could always turn on No Stress Luminous, right?
Thank you. Now you're thinking.
Then you won't top out.
Yes. We'll do type 3 just to be safe. Blocks do not fall and the game does not end. And we definitely encourage, if you're just trying to vibe out, experience the whole game, if you're brand new, I know we have a lot of new players over the holiday sales and stuff like that. Definitely check out No Stress Luminous. And even if you are, a good player, it's just nice to kind of sandbox it out and just be able to, play around and have some fun. So do you play with No Stress Luminous on typically, CJ?
I do, yeah.
All right, let's hop.
Every so often I will turn it off, but
if you turn it on while you're in a game, your block will just float in the middle of a playfield, as you see. But,
that works too.
All right, so here is our currently the most popular, or the highest voted for track in Area 1, The Dark here, even over Arise, CJ.
Yes.
And I know. We love this track, right? I think we always bring this up as a favorite of ours.
We do, yeah. No real surprise that people like this track. It is really, really good.
Trashman says they're sad that Automaton Digits didn't make it today. We can play some Automaton Digits, excuse me.
We can, yeah.
We can do whatever we want, Trashman.
That's right. Dr. Wellround is asking something in the chat. I'm not sure what you mean, though, Doc. You're talking about unused stages? There's no unused stages as far as I'm aware.
This song, I guess there's some other tracks in Lumines Arise that do this, but this one in particular gets stuck in my head all the time. This one and the one with the floating manatees.
guess, which I believe is called Love.
Love, thank you.
Yeah, that track.
Yeah, I'm starting to get the track names confused with the stage names at this point. It's a lot to memorize.
Yeah, I had Wash Away stuck in my head this morning, actually, when I woke up. That was in my head for some reason, which is the Rainy Steps song. So, just a lot of great tracks.
Yeah, I believe we learned during the dev Q&A that this stage in particular was almost considered to be our first stage, which, you want to go in with a bang and something that really impresses, right? So the dev team feels pretty strongly about this stage here.
It's true. Yeah. Dr. Wellround asking about the vocalists and if the vocalists have opinions on the vocal songs that they were involved in. We might have something for relating to that in the future. We don't at the moment, but stay tuned.
Yes, that's a stay tuned. Good question.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't get we have a burst nice and ready for. Sometimes you forget the burst, but it's like, okay, well, at least I have 2 bursts for the next stage here.
That's true.
All right, so hopping into Codex, which is our current front runner in Area 2. Yeah, definitely very different from the last track we just heard.
Absolutely. Very energetic, very upbeat, very fast.
I was surprised this was winning over Dreamland, which is, of course, kind of a similar upbeat track. Yeah. This comes before Dreamland, though, in Area 2, and one of the first, club banger tracks, I guess, or however you want to put it. One of the more upbeat tracks you come across.
Definitely. This also feels like a very stressful stage to me, like when playing with No Stress Lumines off, the blocks fall pretty quickly in this stage. So yeah.
So our burst is locked. Let's just keep. Oh, there we go. Keep stacking.
Can unlock it. Very nice. Continued your combo there.
And of course, one of the graphics in this stage looks like a QR code, which I believe doesn't really link to anything, but we get that question a lot.
Anything. Yeah, we do.
I think the third phase of this one is definitely my favorite part of it coming up.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
I like the first 2 phases, I think, the best.
I just like the kind of the running man, I guess. Jogging man. We'll have to see. I need another look at the pace.
Is he jogging or still walking? Yeah. I'm not sure.
Power walking. It's kind of a strut for sure.
Yeah. It's stepping out.
Yeah.
Definitely like out on the town or something. Nobody in chat says, what are the lyrics to Codex? I don't think we have any lyrics.
What do you think the lyrics are? That's one of my favorite things. That's a thing with Tetris Effect as well. Everyone thinks it sounds different.
Yeah, what mouth sounds are being made?
I hear juicy.
You know there's some... You hear juicy.
Yeah, I don't know if you hear that. Like juicy, juicy, juicy. All right, so Area 3 vote. What's the name of this track again, CJ?
Let me look. I have the soundtrack right here. No, this is not Wash Away. This is Two Lost Stars.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The lyrics are just voice sample.mp3 and voice sample2.mp3. And nobody says after that I hear back. That's That's close, I think.
I wonder if it's reversed because it might play into the, you know how it's like the guys walking backwards or playing in reverse. Maybe it's the reverse.
Oh, that's an interesting theory. It's a very interesting theory.
To anyone that wants to test that theory, let me know. Okay, I'm going to say it. This song also gets stuck in my head. I think it's whatever last stage I play in Luminous that has lyrics in, generally.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
No, I'm totally in agreement with you on that. Internally, I was listening to the tracks to make sure the lyrics that we're putting together are correct. So I heard a lot of the vocal tracks in the last couple of days. I think that is why I woke up with Wash Away in my head.
Yeah, it's been a treat to kind of preview this soundtrack recently, but can't wait for you all to get your hands on that. Be sure to pre-order if you're into that, if you want to support us on Bandcamp.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. We'll definitely be promoting the soundtrack a bit more over the coming weeks if you're antsy for it.
I went ahead and put the URL for the OST pre-order in Twitch chat. That's a great stage too. Just fun to vibe out with that one.
A lot of changing patterns as well with each phase, which is always nice.
Here it is, Wash Away.
Wash Away. Okay, got the names mixed up there. Wash Away could work for a beach. Let's be real. So
it could.
Yeah.
It could.
Also, the stage name Rain Steps, and this is Area 4, currently the front runner.
Yep.
What kind of vibe do you get from this stage, CJ?
I get kind of a relaxed vibe. This one, maybe like a springtime, like rain just before sundown, kind of like a...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Where, you know, you're in the city and then you're also like smelling the rain, especially if it's humid or something like that. Like you get this like smell in your nose.
It kind of works with London as well, right? Which I guess this is kind of themed around.
Kind
London.
of inspired by that, yeah.
I do like the block skin a lot. It looks really nice in bursts as well, which I will do here in a moment. Maybe I can set up the burst. Looks like we have a lot of umbrella blocks currently.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can lean into that. I have no stress Luminous. I can take all the time in the world.
It's so true. You can. Of course, your scores, if you were playing Journey mode, will not upload if you have No Stress Luminous turned on, and in the kind of area scoreboard that you're given after you finish each one, there'll be a little heart next to your score telling you that you had No Stress Luminous on and it hasn't been submitted.
With that being said, this game is very replayable, so if it's your first time and you're maybe not grasping the concept, just hasn't clicked just yet, definitely check that out, play around with it.
Yeah.
High scores can
Speaking of which,
happen in the future.
Zenny in the chat saying, I play a lot of Tetris, but I can't seem to get the hang of this one too well. Yeah, we do hear that a lot. I think Luminous takes a little bit of time to click, especially if you're coming from being a long-time Tetris player. You're kind of rooted in that gameplay, right?
Yeah. I do think, as a Tetris player before Luminous, you kind of might be wired to, when it does click, you'll kind of see a lot of the same patterns and gameplay elements that you would see in a game like Tetris, right? So, and I really hope it does click for any of you that are still learning, just because you get that same flow state that you would get in Tetris, and Luminous is really very unique when it comes to that. As someone that can hit the flow state in both games, right? There's something very enjoyable about the flow state in Luminous. Probably like playing along with the timeline, especially, is such a nice feeling.
Yeah. Speaking of that, we have a video that I'm going to paste the URL to in the chat on Twitch. It's 7 ways to improve at Lumines Arise, and I definitely suggest watching that video. Sometimes you can be so close to having everything click, and we have 7 tips to improve your game.
Yeah, definitely check that out.
That
Mission mode can
core.
maybe expedite the click factor.
That's true.
But also go at your own pace, have fun with it. You can just focus on the squares and then, bring in one mechanic at a time, right?
Yeah. I think for me, part of the having everything click is playing around the timeline that we go through in that video, right? Like I feel like that is one of the core elements. Mm-hmm. Like once you get that idea, changes everything.
Yeah, for sure.
And you can practice on slower stages, not on eggshells.
Yeah.
You don't want to practice on eggshell on this stage.
Daft Punk Chicken, according to Donkey. I don't know if you saw that video or any video game Donkey YouTuber fans refers to the stage as Daft Punk Chicken, which I like. But yeah, some of the pattern, forming 2x2 squares, can be intimidating, especially when you have kind of a mess of a board that I do. If you're a new player, it could be intimidating, but you'll get used to the cascading effects of the blocks here, and really don't be too intimidated. Usually you can turn even a messy board like this into a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Just trying to find those squares. You can look at the piece preview if you want to, or not. But yeah, learning your own pace. And
I never look at the piece preview.
Yeah.
Never.
I love to look at it, just to kind of plan out ahead, but it is definitely not necessary, especially when you're learning. I don't think when I learned Luminous, I was able to look at it effectively. Yeah, we're playing On Eggshells, which was... So this is kind of a tie race right now in Area 5 soundtracks, or tracks in Area 5. I think it's this and Steam Ahead, or the track name, The List, kind of the front runners. So definitely get in there and vote if you want to see it make it into next week's bracket.
Yep.
Okay. But this song in particular, I guess behind the scenes, saw a lot of changes. It ended up being one of my favorites for sure.
It did, yeah, that's true. Also, this is just a strange stage to have pop out at you when you're first playing through Journey. I don't know if you felt that way.
Oh, for sure.
This and Slice and Dice were my 2 sort of jaw droppers. What?
Yeah, it's
going on in this game.
Think of this stage as bold in the sense that not many stages have you see that bold yellow, right? Like a kind of a flat background color like that, right? That really sticks out to me.
Totally. And then one of the fun elements of Luminous Arise are stages that have little animals or things walking around, On Eggshells does, and Rise and Fall does with the elevator guys, and there's the snow stage that has the little squirrels. Some great stuff.
All right, and this is the other contender for Area 5 here. And I believe this won my vote. I know we were having fun and participating, but...
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of jaw-dropping, first time I played the stage, this kind of hit me all right, I'm on a train for some reason, and then kind of I like the absurdity of the stage mixed with how the song progresses and how the stage progresses. Yeah, it gets pretty intense, right? So one of my favorite intense stages in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep the questions coming if you have anything regarding, how to play Luminous or anything that doesn't quite click with you. We're happy to walk through it, especially while we're kind of just vibing out on these favorite track stages here.
Right. And actually, I'm curious if people have questions about Burst, because we are working on a video that walks through techniques to use in Burst. Including like setting things up and what to do once you're in Burst, and how to use that time effectively, and how you should be using it, when you should be triggering it in journey mode. And I think a lot of the questions that we've gotten from people have kind of revolved around that. But I'm always curious to hear from folks like what their experience is with Burst.
Yeah, we're hoping to have a pretty good evergreen resource when it comes to that video. And we're working on our luminous.game/community page, which serves as kind of like a wiki in terms of Luminous terms and stuff. But yeah, we definitely want to hear your thoughts. This is a great place to chat to us about that kind of stuff. So
yeah, Kyobi's saying, there's got to be tips that help prevent bricking your Burst.
Oh,
yes.
Like locking it? I call it lock or brick. Brick's a good word for it too, yeah. A bricked burst. Yeah, I think we've been referring to it as locked and unlocked. And we're coming up with terms when it comes to burst, right? Yeah,
it's true.
The same with our previous games.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the things I did not realize when you are locked out is that you can keep making squares, even of the opposite color, and if those count towards the burst number,
right.
Even those opposite squares count towards the burst number. So if you're able to get to a multiple of 10, that may help unlock or unbrick your burst.
And if that sounded like gibberish, we'll have visual aids and stuff in our video too. The burst will.
That's true.
I know it does take a second to click, but again, highly encourage you to get in that flow state and really enjoy it for what it's worth. Because when you get a hang of burst, it really, really, for one, helps you with the difficulty of the game by freezing time or the gravity, bringing your board down, stuff like that. Because really, I think if you can master burst, you can make it through every difficulty without being like a Luminous star player by any means.
Totally, yeah.
I wonder if we can simulate maybe a locked burst here, or a bricked burst, depending on which part of the world you're from and your dialect here. Let's see.
This track is called Sleepless Awakeness.
Yes. Here's my favorite. That part. Oh, I love the start of this track. This might be one of my favorites in the game, honestly. Curious.
Definitely.
I said that on the Q&A as well with where Miz joined us.
Yeah. It is a great track, absolutely.
We have a really good burst for the arrows, it looks like. So I'm actually going to not do arrows just to simulate the locked. So let's try it here. Let's lock ourselves in. So now if you clear blocks away from it, it's going to count towards that burst, right? Even if it's not the same pattern as our burst cluster. So you should see it incrementing, right? And if it increments by 10, yeah, we saw some shoot off there. This is very locked though, but point being, we put, I think we were able to shoot away 1 or 2 blocks there. Just keep stacking, and especially with the mix of chain blocks, and for me, I was kind of stacking away from the board, but you can also try to downstack blocks that are on top of that burst cluster, right? There are ways to quote unquote unlock or unbrick your burst for sure.
Yeah. Dr. Wallround sharing in the chat on YouTube. I remember showing this to my mother when she was using the PSVR 2, and she looked down and screamed when she saw there was no floor.
Yes, Lumines Arise, the horror game. You're in a bad dream in the air.
Yeah. that's one advantage of playing it in VR, right? You get to see parts of the environment that are not shown when you're playing it on a TV, like what's underneath you when you're going up in this elevator. Nothing. It's below you. So,
while we're on the topic of burst, we have a pretty messy board here, right? Right now I'm intentionally making it messy, but use burst to survive, right? So here, let's see. Let's hit that.
Absolutely
50%.
have to.
Do not be afraid to use it at 50%, especially when you have so much on your board or so many resources on your board. And typically you want to enter burst with something on your board, not at the bottom anyway. So if you're, it almost like goes both ways. If you're a high level player, you don't want your board to be super clean, right? So let's try to enter with, we'll do the elevator. I lied. Okay.
You thought you were going to do elevator, and you switched to arrows.
Now that burst was like mildly locked. Even if it's just one block, don't be like, oh man, just keep playing. And especially if it's one block, you can fix it pretty quickly.
Yeah, totally. Nice use of the chain block too. There you go.
Satisfying. But yeah, you can generally get right back into your combo following a burst because of all the blocks that were sent upward of the opposing pattern fall back down after, right? So you're almost guaranteed to have one full timeline sweep that is a combo extender, right? So all right, well, up next here we have Temple Bells. Track name for this, CJ?
Not Alone.
Not Alone
is the track name. Yeah.
This seemed to be a favorite by far for this area.
This is a favorite, and also a great stage to practice using burst on because of the slower tempo.
Right. I believe it is the slowest tempo stage. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Temple
I think
Bells.
I think that's right. Although Globe is also pretty slow.
Globe and Star Odyssey is pretty slow. I'm pretty sure this is the slowest though. If you're looking to have some fun in burst battle and really mess with the tempo for a player, this is a good choice.
Yeah. And maybe that's something that a lot of new players to Lumines don't realize, is that the timeline moves at a different speed depending on the BPM of the track. So a track like On Eggshells moves very fast because it's a very fast tempo stage, whereas Temple Bells is quite slow.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, you don't have as many timeline sweeps when you enter the burst to acclimate to that tempo, right? So you're not going to have, on Eggshells, I think max is like 7 timeline sweeps. If you had 7 timeline sweeps in Temple Bells, you would just fill the whole playfield like without a problem. So
that's true. That would be way too easy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I believe it's 3. There's ways to time it where you can like have an extra sweep, which is more of a high level thing.
That's when you trigger burst at a certain
at a certain
time,
point,
right?
Yeah, so like ladder here. I feel like on this one it's got to be pretty late. But, okay. There's a guide for that on the Discord. That's not even in my repertoire. So if you want to learn the best time to activate burst on each stage, that's a cool skill, which I believe one of our wonderful community members put a guide together for.
Nice.
This skin always makes me think of like, what am I thinking of? Like elephant crackers or animal crackers, you know what I mean?
Like animal crackers, yeah. That's good. That's a good association, yeah.
I have a nice warm feeling with this song in my animal cracker memories.
There you go.
So we're doing polls for best tracks right now to promote the upcoming wonderful soundtrack for Lumines Arise. But At some point, we talked about this. I want to do a poll for tastiest stage, whatever block looks the tastiest, and this might be up there for me.
Yes. Not slice and dice? You don't like broccoli or
slice and dice
tomatoes
is
or apples?
Probably going to
or...
get pretty far for sure. But there might be some anti-fans, like, because it's too obvious.
That's right.
And name of this, you said Love for this track?
Right? Love is the name of this track, yes. Another really good song.
Luminous is a candy factory. According to Lumi Cookie.
I agree with that.
The fitting name for that as well, Lumi Cookie. Oh yeah, this song. I think this song does get stuck in my head the most out of all the lyric songs for whatever reason. I didn't even pick this song as my favorite in this area, but this one gets stuck in my head instantly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Something about it.
Completely.
So I think this one's in a close race for top track in area. What area are we on now? Area 8?
7?
Area 7, okay.
Or maybe 8. Maybe this is 8. This might be in 8. Yeah, it's in 8. This stage also went through quite a few revisions during development, and the song changed in a couple of different ways, but it's always been pretty good. Always been a banger.
Always been a fan of the manatees.
Mm-hmm.
Space seals.
Yeah, we did get asked why is the soundtrack coming out so late? Why was it not available on day one? Part of that is just in the way the music is made for Lumines Arise or Tetris Effect for that matter. It's you notice it a lot if you were to go into the options and turn off music or turn music all the way down and leave the beat the sound effects on. You realize that the sound effects, every sound effect in the game, like moving a piece, dropping a piece, etc., like matches, they all have their own sounds, right? And they all contribute to what becomes the song of a stage, right? So making a soundtrack for that means using all of those pieces to construct an actual song rather than just your gameplay creating the song. So it's a very different process and it takes a little bit of time. So that is why the soundtrack was not available on day one. But this time we did have some tracks available beforehand for people to listen to. So that's something that was slightly different from how things went with Tetris Effect. But the soundtrack is coming out, February 2nd, so a lot quicker than the Tetris Effect soundtrack was released. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
All right, so now Hope Blooms, which is the track name matching for this? Let's see. Or is that the track name?
No, Bloom Pulse is the name of this track.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love this stage, by the way.
I do too. It's great.
Very nice, bold blocks with the coloring, and yeah, this is a really nice track to vibe out to.
Yeah.
Almost makes me question life whenever I play this stage. Or reflect. It's a very reflective stage for me.
It is, yeah. This one and also the Winding Roads song, which is called Amber Song. Those are like, I don't know, like oddly, you get like a feeling of nostalgia from those. I don't know why.
Does anyone here have any non-favorites in? So we're playing Bloom Pulse and Love, but yeah, any other stages that are your favorites that weren't necessarily shown in the polls here or in our community playlist that we just put together? That you want to shout out, like somebody already shouted out Automaton Digits.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Oh, Fire and Ice, yeah, that's with the snakes,
Fire and Ice,
right?
is that the Serpent Clash stage?
Yep.
It's called 2 Drops.
That's always I'm always happy if my opponent picks that in Burst Battle. It's always a treat to play that stage.
Yeah. Just making sure. Serpent Clash, 2 Drops, yeah. And by the way, all of the song titles and stage names are available on lumines.game/music. So if you want to just take a look at the list, you can do that.
I'm getting sucked into this stage, CJ. I noticed I got quiet. The stage will do that to me.
It's so easy to do, right? We've seen a lot of people who have streamed Lumines Arise suddenly just stop talking because you're so into, so focused on playing the game.
Yeah, 100%. That speaks levels to me. Well, we only got a B on our community playlist. Yeah. We're kind of vibing out there, but hey, it's B means good, right? Yeah. Okay. But that's a great playlist.
Yeah.
So kind of everyone's favorites across the board here with some contenders, at least on average, right? Of course, this will look very different to some of you, I'm sure. But currently the Enhance community favorite playlist. So yeah, and we'll probably keep the polls going on Discord. We'll probably group together the winners into their own polls. So I think, I guess we should probably include the last stage we should mix in there, right? CJ, so
sure, why not?
Yeah.
Although the last stage it's a mixture of other songs too.
That's true. Yeah.
Not just its own.
It could be its own thing, I guess. But either way, we'll continue voting. But and yeah, feel free to continue. Let us know your favorite stages and/or songs, because sometimes your favorite stage could not necessarily mean your favorite song, right? But yeah, share that with us in the chat. We're gonna hop into some missions for a little bit while we're on the topic of music. There's some nice challenges that kind of tie into the rhythm, right?
True.
And if anyone wants to request any other challenges, we're gonna be playing To the Beat, where you kind of the blocks drop to the rhythm, right? And To the Beat 2, which is actually quite hard.
Yeah, it is.
But if anyone wants to see any other challenges, maybe a challenge that you're having trouble with, we can provide some tips, or one that you just think is really fun and want to talk about it. To the Beat 1 is on Love here, so we were just playing this stage.
Yeah, and if you're new to challenges, each one offers different gimmicks and different modifiers to the main mechanics of Luminous. So, for instance, here this is has turned on the rhythm drop modifier, which makes sure all of your blocks drop to the rhythm of the music.
You know what's an interesting challenge is try to maintain a combo during this. Because you're kind of locked in on speed too.
It's true. The vanish modifier, yeah, disappears some of the blocks in your playfield.
It's a good and bad thing. I guess it keeps you nice and low, but it could also make your sack a little messy.
Yeah. This one, I believe, this stage, maybe I'm wrong, To the Beat, the challenge Yeah, here it slowed down the timeline to half speed. And on a stage like this, where the BPM is already low and the timeline is already moving pretty slowly, that can spell trouble if you're about to top out, because things don't clear. And then you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, and it's dropping blocks automatically just through meteorite or whatever we're calling it, rainfall here.
Yep.
So you're bound to be pretty high up on the board here.
Yeah, can be quite challenging.
And this is only to the beat 1. To the beat 2 really ramps it up. I guess
it does.
Right, well, we can play that right now, actually.
DDN commenting, wait, both To the Beat challenges skins appear in our favorite list? Yes.
Well, I guess you would want the rhythm challenges to be on some wonderful soundtrack stages, so
some bangers, absolutely.
The team had good foresight there.
Do you remember, Austin, during development, we actually did a ranking, kind of like what we're doing in Discord now.
Yeah.
Right? We voted on our favorite tracks, just from the music. That was one of the things we looked at.
We've done that more than once, I think, during development.
We did it at least twice.
Continue to gauge, how everyone's feeling about it.
Yeah, because part of the experience of either Tetris Effect or Lumines Arise is the music, right? You want people to really enjoy the music, get something from it, feel something, especially. That was especially important with this game. So... as we were testing builds or talking about the game internally, we would talk a lot about that.
Yeah, some of these tracks really did change a lot throughout development, especially because they tie into the gameplay, like you were mentioning earlier, right? So even if the vibe or the general feeling of the soundtrack didn't change much, how it sounds when you play it also made considerable changes.
Yeah, definitely.
This one's fun with the how it really ties, kind of not a perfect 4/4 drum where it's a little staggered. That's why I like this one. It gets pretty fast. I think pretty much every... Yeah.
Again, here you have the slower time, the half speed timeline, which can definitely screw you up.
This is such a cool game mode. Tetris players used to kind of do this as a challenge without it ever being a game mode, right? So it's cool to have it moved in here.
Yeah, and if you have played through the journey mode and you haven't gone into missions and scrolled over to the second tab to check out the challenges mode, I would definitely encourage you to do so.
Yeah, some of the most fun ways to play Lumines are kind of baked into the challenges, so you definitely don't want to miss out on that if you're unaware of it. Oh, I need to pay attention now.
Trashman saying, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I think that theater mode is supposed to feel like you watching someone else play, so you can see all the little details in the stage. Yeah, you can definitely use it for that. For sure.
Yeah, we're very close to the game, and oftentimes when we were, especially during development, when we were kind of learning more about this game and getting a feel for it, we were always the player. So, especially because we wanted to keep some of our feedback before we share it with a greater group. We don't want to poison the well, if that makes sense. So, so where was I going with that? What was Trashman just saying? But so theater mode.
The little details.
Yeah, all the little details sometimes you miss when you're playing, but if you're watching, and that goes for a lot of our enhanced titles, right? yeah, when
Yeah.
you're watching stages, I always see things I never thought about. Like, for example, in Luminous Remastered, I didn't know there was like the playfield reflects on the bottom. I'm like, what the heck? When I was watching someone else play it. But, yeah.
I forget. Is it automaton digits, which something shows up on screen, like depending on what your inputs are on the controller? Is that right? Or wait, what is it on maybe on Zero Gravity? Maybe I'm thinking wrong. There's some detail that is specific to the stage. I think it might be Zero Gravity, like something in the blocks themselves, like change.
Is there any details anybody?
I forget.
Maybe didn't see it until very late in Lumines Arise. I'd be curious. Trying to think of some for myself. It's kind of a hard question for us to answer because we're so close to the game, and
that's true.
We pay very close attention to these kind of things.
Oh, that's very true. Yeah. This is a really fun challenge with Pentaminos.
Yeah, I haven't played this one in a while.
Yeah. Definitely very different.
I would love to see
Luminous.
someone playing this one really fast. Because it's time-based, right? You just need to survive.
Yeah.
But
right.
if you can just not only survive, but absolutely crush it, I would love to see it.
Yeah. I bet you Green Tea is pretty good at this one.
Yeah. 100%. Green Tea, the one to always one-up me, and anything enhanced puzzle game related. For good reason, very talented.
Yes, yes.
Oh, I failed. How'd I fail? Huh? Oh, did I need to clear? Probably.
You did not clear enough. Yeah.
Try again.
60 squares in 2 minutes. Which is actually fairly challenging to do.
Yeah, my first loss in the demo, which was funny, was to Green Tea. I'm like, Green Tea, you ruined my streak. No. How many square? Okay, so I need 60.
Huh. Yep.
Yeah, you can find these challenges on when you head to missions. Just make sure you tab to the right. Of course, definitely check out those training missions if you're new. But challenges can also just be a fun way to learn the game and be, albeit like less dry, even though the dry missions can be very good for learning and help you understand. These can be really fun ways to learn the game.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I see why you failed last time. It's the slow timeline.
Uh-oh.
Coming back to revenge. Well, the slow timeline and then it speeds up at the end.
I like this timeline where it like ramps up like exponentially and then slows. That's cool.
Yeah.
By the way, we will be hopping into multiplayer kind of for our last 30 minutes of the stream. So maybe we can set up some fun custom lobbies and stuff if you want to play. We'll hop in a quick burst for a little bit, then head to the custom game section if you want to prep up. If you want to train, be ready. If you want to crush me.
It's a good idea.
Okay.
Train.
Any other challenges we could do here while we are...
Somebody did mention the one with the shrinking playfield. Is that Goldfish Bowl?
Oh, I always love this one. This one's a great way to teach you some things too. Goldfish Bowl. I think this might honestly be my favorite mission just because it accomplishes, for one, it's fun, for me at least, and two, it's just a great way to like force teach you things if you aren't thinking about the game a certain way.
Yeah.
Because you have to play along with the timeline here. You have to block cut at the top. And yeah, we'll walk through that here. But the idea of Goldfish Bowl is that your playfield will shrink over time until it's quite tiny.
Yeah. You say quite tiny. It's
I think it's literally a 4x4.
Literally
box.
4x4. Yeah.
Let's see, yeah.
I think it does get to
I
that
think it
point.
is 4x4, which is very small. So you don't even want to hard drop your block. You just want to let it kind of fall in. You want to do clever. So when I say block cutting, so like this, you can have even one block going at a time here, right? So bam.
Yeah.
Although I made my board really messy for the late part here, but
whoops.
yeah. Ooh, gotta be careful. We do have a nice chain block here. That's all right.
That's helpful. Just a little bit.
So shrinking a little bit. We do not have much room to work with here, so you have to know how to play along with the timeline. Do those block cuts like I mentioned.
This is also like the player who plays Luminous and gets freaked out because they're about to top out is very. This is driving anxiety right now to that player. Like, yeah. But it also kind of helps you learn about that situation, like so that you won't be as freaked out when it happens to you in gameplay.
Yeah, this is definitely an expert challenge, so later on, but highly encourage playing through those expert challenges. This might, spark some different ways to think about the game, right?
Right, totally.
Yeah.
Trash Man saying the quote, "Luminous is a relaxing game." I mean, it is relaxing. It can be very relaxing, or it can be quite stressful.
Yeah,
Just
be whatever you want.
sort of
to
depends.
Be. Oh, I should not have hard dropped. Oh no! Patience. This teaches you patience. I want to move fast, CJ.
That's right. You can't in that challenge. Cannot.
Rocking the car Lumi from last weekend's Lumi Live event.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. Party car.
Yeah. I like to put I have the person sitting almost in despair inside the car, like they're the driver or something. Lean into it. All right, we'll try this one more time. Then we'll hop into the Lumi Live event, see where the goal's at. This week's theme is dancers, I believe.
Yep. It's dancers. Yeah, we just published a video this morning about the weekend Lumi Live event. So if you have not participated and want to know more about it, you can go to our YouTube channel and watch that video. Or any of our social media accounts also have that video on there, so check it out. Participating in the Weekend Lumi Live event will get you avatar rewards, just like the party car head that Austin's Lumi currently is sporting.
Okay. Definitely gonna have to dial in here.
Yes, important to dial in. This challenge is not something you could really do easily on stream, just kind of while you're interacting with chat.
Yeah, I go on autopilot when I talk to chat, and if I'm autopiloting, I'm going to be stacking faster, just without thinking about it.
Yep, and you can't do that here.
Yeah.
Should not do that.
I will tease, however, I love this track on the soundtrack, by the way, which you'll get your hands on eventually, but I don't know if you have the chance to listen to this one yet, CJ, but
I have listened to this one, yes.
Yeah. It's a good, kind of a different vibe on the soundtrack, so excited for everyone to get their hand on it.
This one is Tender Bloom.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
That's the name of the track.
Patience.
Patience.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's clear. Like I need a block split every time now.
I think so. You're at the 4x4. The point of 4x4.
Actually gonna hard drop right there. Time it. Okay. Ooh, that was close.
Oof.
Not mean to do that. Might work out though.
Might work.
Sweet. 7 more squares.
7 more. Can he do it?
Uh-oh.
Getting very close. 5 more to go.
Please, game.
Oh. Oh.
Oh no. Wait, no, I should have cleared there. No. Oh my god. Oh no.
You failed.
That's funny. Oh, don't boo me.
You got booed?
Boo.
Oh. But that's an expert challenge. That's understandable.
I love playing that one though. That's a fun one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great one for the stubborn players out there. Check it out. All right, so let's hop into multiplayer. Let's see where the status is at. Are we close to the first million? We're getting there.
Getting there.
It'll be a tough ask to do that in the next 30 minutes. It might be possible though, if you guys are all contributing. But yeah, of course, we have our leaderboard league. Everything in the multiplayer hub will contribute to the goal. So whether it is the quick burst, let's talk about a quick burst first. I like to do this to kind of warm up and practice my burst.
This is a good way to warm up, yeah. It's just kind of a nice sandbox. You can just play here if you want to and not even worry about burst.
Oh, I did want to show, I have been practicing burst setups.
Oh, really?
Not quite the, I think it's probably similar to the, I'll kind of highlight how I do it. But there's ways people have been setting up bursts to hit, so they can max out their play field, right? Which is super cool. I've yet to do that, but yeah, so actually I might just hit restart here. So what I mean by that is, so let's say I want to work with the cloud block here, right? This is how I've kind of been doing it. So if you have 3 of one pattern and 1 of the other, and you want to favor the pattern, the 3 pattern. So I'm going to only stack that block to the right side. I'm going to start stacking everything else to the right side, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and eventually we're going to have a very favorable to the cloud block on the right side. And we'll want to interburst with that block, right? So, kind of setting my base here. I don't know if this is even... It's probably pretty close to the strategy people are using, but when you kind of word it that way, where it's just like, move that block to one side, stack on the other side, it's not too difficult to grasp.
Okay. This is already a very interesting setup.
Yeah. And this is kind of a newer thing. I was trying to mess around in burst battle. I'm like, okay, how am I going to beat these speed demons? Let me try maximizing burst. So I was trying to see if I could do this kind of stuff during an actual burst battle. So watch out, Dextorius. I saw you were in chat earlier. He was a very fast player and crushing me recently. Okay.
Very nice.
Let's see. So you can
So as you're setting this up, you were thinking of the cloud block as being
yes,
what you're going to burst.
yeah. So in fact, you can choose what you go into burst with, right? So, oh, I misdropped there. We're gonna have to live with it. Yeah. So burst chooses a pattern, and you have to build on that burst cluster of that pattern, right? It's gonna, when you trigger the burst with the trigger, it's going to set that burst cluster to whatever you have the most of formed in a square, right? So if you have a 2x2 of the cloud and I press burst, we're going to go into a cloud burst. If I have 4 2x2 squares of the sun and 2 2x2 squares of the cloud, we're going to enter the sun burst or star burst.
Right.
Okay. It's already looking pretty good here on the right side.
Definitely.
And generally, the more you can have it in the center, the better, just because we're going to fill out that right pretty quickly.
Now, why are you using only blocks that have 3 clouds and 1 sun and not like a 2 and 2?
You can use the 2 and 2, and I definitely recommend using the 2 and 2 for say, if you're trying to do some kind of like cheesy burst strat in burst battle. You only have so much time before the opponent pressures you. But we have all the time in the world here on quick burst, right? And really, simply put, it's just going to be we want to maximize the most. We want to maximize the burst to have the most of the pattern we enter burst with, right? So, and to do that, you have to use more of the 3x1 blocks or tri blocks.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna keep that space where the timeline is right now for a 4x4 of the cloud. And we're gonna see what happens.
Okay.
Now I haven't actually. This is still a new thing to me, so I might lab this a bit more over the weekend when I'm trying to farm some Lumi Live points. But oh no, okay, we'll be fine.
It'll probably work out, right?
Yeah.
Actually, that really helped you, I think.
Yeah, this is actually pretty good.
It's a pretty good setup.
Nicely.
Yeah.
Now here I'm going to kind of do a block split thing, I guess. All right, pull the trigger here in a moment.
This is looking pretty good. See how big of a burst you can get with this.
Let's see. So it should cascade quite nicely. See if my computer doesn't crash.
it is cascading quite nicely.
Oops, a little misdrop there. We'll use the... Well, could have been a little better, but hey, we got a 300, which is pretty good. 359.
59.
All right. I think that's better than
Whoa.
before. So there's a fun setup if you want to experiment with it. It doesn't need to be the whole board either, right? You can still set it a strong base with those tri blocks or the 3 of 1 pattern, right?
Yeah.
All right, where's that put us? Check the leaderboard. And of course, head to the data section, and you can always check all your previous high scores, your platform rankings, or your world rankings. We'll see if we made it in the world. Let's see. Oh, top 20. Dang, everyone's crushing it. Well, a lot of 500s.
Wow, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's
see if
hard
you
to
can
get
break
up
top
there on
10.
that leaderboard.
Yeah. All right. Where to? So we'll do a little bit of leaderboard league, and then we'll hop into some custom matches, like we mentioned, to kind of close out the stream.
Yep.
Time attack, always a great place to go, just to kind of gauge your progress.
Yeah, this is one thing if you're just starting in Lumines Arise to hop into the leaderboard league and do the 60-second time attack and kind of gauge where you're at with the mechanics. And then as you do things like the mission mode, the training missions, just kind of come back to it every so often and just see if you can improve. Like this sort of 60-second sprint to see how many squares you can make is just a great little practice tool.
Right. Yeah, it's all about efficiency and just mechanics too. It's really just a good kind of test of your skills, really, across the board. And there's another mode that we'll hop into in a moment, which tests a different set of skills, the dig down mode, right?
Yeah.
Which we always call the kind of the best hidden mode in Lumines Arise.
Mm-hmm.
All right, not too bad. 115.
115. That's really good.
Yeah. One thing I do want to note is that we did add recently, so you can play this mode if you want a more, I guess, readable, depending on who you are, a more readable type. You can choose the tutorial block if you set leaderboard league blocks to type 2 in accessibility. And I believe my personal best is on this. But yeah, so this skin can be a little more readable for some. And also it's a nice way to practice it because this is the tiebreaker skin in burst battle, right? So you can get more acclimated with those blocks here as well without having to, constantly go to a tiebreaker.
Yep.
Another way you can do that is set it to first to 1 burst battle against the CPU if you want to continually practice on that skin as well. Just a tip there.
True.
All right. Speed feels pretty good today.
Doing pretty well, yeah.
Yeah, and fortunately for me, the game has clicked to where I can autopilot to some degree on this.
Yes.
Yeah. And I do believe like Luminous can be a little harder to grasp at first than a game like Tetris, but it can be easier to master, in my opinion. That's my opinion.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, oh, there we go. Got some rewards already.
Sweet.
Yeah, in the time attack 180, 300, kind of more of a test of consistency, right? Where 60 is more of a burst, kind of like potential, and this is more consistency, right? If you want to test either of those metrics, I suppose. And dig down is a whole other thing altogether. Let's open that up.
Trash Man saying they just got a 482 in quick burst. Wow, all right.
I'm curious. So Trash Man, were you using like a similar setup, or what's your technique when you enter quick bursts? You know what, CJ? I've never really played dig down and really focus on maximizing the chain block, if that makes sense.
Oh, and it's a good place to use the chain blocks.
Yeah, I almost kind of want to toy around with it. So right now I'm setting up, well, I guess for a blue chain block. This is almost like a burst setup, actually. But
it is.
Oh, and it worked out. We got blue here. So for example, bam, we got a nice chain here. And I feel like chains are going to be pivotal to surviving in dig down. So dig down is a good test of your chain block use. Kind of everything though. You gotta be very fast to get, because it's an endless mode in that sense, or endlessly difficult. I don't think any player has managed to play endlessly in dig down. There's going to be a kind of a end screen, a kill screen, if I may.
Is there a kill screen to this?
I don't think.
Or just a point where
yeah.
it gets ridiculous.
I think it gets ridiculous.
Ludicrous speed.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, be sure to share your dig down plays with us, and others I'm sure would love to see it on Discord.
Oh,
and stuff
yeah.
like that.
Heck yeah.
Feeling this music right now.
Definitely, this is a good track.
That's another thing to look forward to on the soundtrack, like I mentioned earlier. Some of the soundtracks, or some of the tracks on the official soundtrack are going to sound quite a bit different than their in-game counterpart, right? Because, like you mentioned earlier, the in-game counterpart is kind of meant for you to kind of make the sound and play along with the gameplay, right?
Yep.
So even if you have I'd be curious to know if some of your favorite in-game tracks differ from the soundtrack, right? If any catches you off guard, which I'm sure some will, like they did for me. All right, another pro tip for Dig Down. We have our chain block timer under our piece preview. So we're about to get a chain block in our queue right there. Now we have a purple chain block.
Yeah.
How can
then
I
you got to figure out where you're going to put it.
Yeah, I almost want to take my time here. Probably over here. There we go.
Nice.
So you can get pretty far and dig down with good chain block usage without being, super fast, I feel like.
It's true. I don't think I get as far in dig down as you get, but can confirm using chain blocks are good strat.
I think I'm due for a dig down grind session, CJ. I tend to do time attack is my grind and chill play mode, but I should rotate to dig down for a bit.
Not a bad idea. Get close to the top.
Yeah, let's wait just a hair there. Not the best. Okay. This might have to kind of throw some speed at it, just so we could be alive. But you gotta be careful too that you're not blindly stacking, just because if you're moving quicker without down stacking, you're just gonna top yourself out anyways.
That's true.
Not
find yourself in a serious problem like that.
All right, we're halfway to a chain block. Let's see if we can survive. Maybe we'll get the mirror.
This is also like we talked about fishbowl being great for practicing almost topping out. This one also is good for that. Where
oh no.
Oh.
So I got an A. Got some points to the. Oh, I didn't mean to try there for the Weekend Lumi Live goal.
Yep.
But yeah, let's hop into some custom matches. So if anyone wants to play, well, first we'll see if anyone has a lobby open for us, or else we'll open a lobby and you can try to snipe us here. We have spent all our Lumipone already since our launch here on our community showcases. But per usual, when you earn your rewards, be sure to hop into Lumipone section and spend your currency, get new avatars. And you can customize in the customize section here. I've been repping the Humanity Shiba quite a bit, but I tend to put on the new latest greatest headpiece per week as well. I'm kind of feeling res, man. I'm feeling in res mood right now.
Go for it, yeah. The res hacker.
All right.
Trashman saying they got 828 in dig down.
How much?
828.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
That's very good.
Better than me.
Very, very good.
All right, Kyobi. Kyobi, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, is a Puyo Puyo player as well in the fighting game scene and stuff like that. Feel free to introduce yourself. I have seen you hanging out in our Discord and stuff. Oh, it's going to let us join. Let's see. There we go. They're a gaming gamer. I love that combo. I never saw that one
gamer.
yet. Gaming gamer. It looks like we are on standard rules. Chain block, fall speed. Yep. Ready when you are. Puyo Puyo was the best fighting game. Okay. Well, hey, so is Lumines and Tetris Effect. All right.
That's true.
Oh, this is the song Kyobi mentioned earlier. Fire and Ice.
True.
Fire and Ice fan. I have a good battle here. They're pretty closely rated. Okay, I'm gonna enter burst first here. I like to enter burst first when I have the opportunity, just because it kind of gives you a little bit of cushion room to get your next burst charge in case you're in trouble, if that makes sense, CJ.
Yeah, it does. Or you could play like me and be in trouble all the time.
It depends on who you're playing against, too. There are some people I am in trouble all the time against.
Yeah, 147 for Austin.
Oh, I think they beat me on burst.
Kyobi's going to do a 200. It's a little bit tough. Oh!
I was hoping to get that 50. No 50 for me.
No 50. A quick first round to Kyobi.
Oops. I say oops, but no one knew what I even did to misdrop there. Just keep stacking.
That's another thing. Like, when you're beginning to play Luminous, it's so easy to be like, no, that wasn't where I wanted to put the thing.
Oops, and it's fixed.
Yeah, it'll fix itself, potentially. Just keep stacking. Don't worry about misdrops. Just play a more instinctual game. I think it'll work out for you.
So I did block my burst here. Let's see if we can...
You did.
Got it out. I'm a little worried.
196 from Kyobi.
They might have a beat here.
They might have you.
Barely surviving. Not over till it's over.
Right.
It's over.
It's over.
Some rough bursts for me there. So Kyobi looking pretty strong there. 200 bursts.
Yeah. That was great.
Play one more if you want, Kyobi. I need revenge. And then we'll see who else is playing. GG's. So watch out for Kyobi on ranked matchmaking if you're in that 3K range.
Absolutely. Yeah, we do hear on social media on occasion, like I go into Burst Battle and there's a lot of cheaters. And I always ask for, okay, if you think you've seen a cheater, please provide video evidence. And I wonder if they're just running into people who are just really good, really fast at Luminous, because it kind of depends on how you've been playing Luminous over the last 20 years, right? Like if you have a certain way that you're used to playing, which is slower and more methodical, when you're suddenly like up against a player like Austin or Kyobi here, it's like, oh my god, they're cheating. But in actual fact, they're just going very, very quickly. That was a 190 from Austin. I don't think Kyobi is going to be able to match that. A 149 from Kyobi. So they're going to be a little bit of trouble here, but as you said, it's not over till it's over.
Yeah, I've had some crazy comebacks in this game, whether it's like 50% burst or whatever, so always keep playing. It's just good practice. Oh, they actually top out.
Kyobi topped out. Yeah, I think it is. The detail is on the zero gravity stage. I think the two astronauts that are on the corners, like there's something in their visuals that changes depending on what left or right direction you're pressing.
Okay.
At the time. It's like one of those little details that I didn't notice until after we launched. We have a good cascade set up here.
Let's see if Kyobi.
Dude, Kyobi already doing really well on their burst. Pretty neck and neck though at the moment. 178 to 190.
Okay, so
Kyobi with a 190.
at least I should be able to tank for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty even. Try to set up some good down stacks here. Oh, Kyobi's doing great.
Oh my gosh.
So I need to recover. This 50% burst hits decently.
Doing okay. 74, but Kyobi activated burst, and they're at a 130, 150, 180.
Uh-oh. I might be toast.
Over 200 burst, 204.
Got a 50.
Oh, all right. You got 50%
I have
there.
a Hail Mary.
Oh, Hail Mary. I don't know. The 70, okay. Nope.
You never know.
Wow, that was really a great, great round, though. I can kind of hear that you're playing on a keyboard.
Yes.
But there are people who are very quick on controller as well.
Yeah, the only thing right now is I'm playing remotely on my other computer.
Oh, right.
But
right,
actually,
right.
it feels great. I don't want to cope for Kyobi here, but...
Right.
Okay. Which, have you played this on, like, GeForce Now or anything, CJ? Or not GeForce?
I have, yeah. It feels really quite good on GeForce Now.
I'm streaming, and I'm not really feeling the effects of it, which is good.
Yeah.
It's,
There you go. I think you are going to be able to match their burst. They had a 173, they had a 160 something. It is kind of all about that race to get your burst gauge filled to 100 to the max so that you can hit them again.
Kyobi's really good.
Yeah.
Kyobi from a Puyo Puyo background, interesting, which I guess probably has some similarities to Lumines more than Tetris.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I want to unlock that. Ah, okay, barely. Uh-oh.
Not good enough, though. Of course, the burst gauge grows as you form squares. Pumps that percentage up.
I did down stack, but having trouble. There we go. Get myself live here.
There we go. A little better. Kyobi already in burst.
Yeah, they have the pace lead right now.
Yes, they do.
Looking a little rough here.
Uh-oh. Looking very rough.
Oh no. Oh no, I got locked. I was rushing it. I thought I was going to cascade there. So Kyobi is our winner, I think. I hope.
Trash Man saying they want to challenge you next.
All right. I got you, Trash Man.
By the way.
GG's. So Kyobi, yeah, crushing it. Mirror 300 attack. I'll be seeing you in ranked. Good stuff.
Kyobi plays on controller. Okay. Very nice.
Yeah, I think in general for puzzle games, I know some people think keyboard tends to be faster, but oftentimes, more often than not, we have some amazing controller players, and our best Tetris players use controller and stuff, so it's just a matter of preference, really, which is always nice.
Yeah.
Okay, join custom. Let's see if Trash Man...
Are we going to see if... is Trash Man, are you creating a room?
I can make one. Sorry, DD. Let's see. So
Rating these pretty
made a
standard rules.
Oh, okay, so you started Tetris, got it. I feel like we've had this discussion. I'm having deja vu. I've known Kyobi in the community a little bit. Oh, you made one, okay. Hopefully you were not playing room tag here. There. We have nobody.
There we go. Nobody.
Oh, Trashman's nobody.
I think that's Trashman. Yeah.
Oh. I think nobody's someone else.
Somebody else?
Yeah. But if someone wants to challenge DD and nobody, got some lobbies open.
It's true.
You could just...
They made another.
There we go, Logan.
Yep.
The Ultimate Fool. Nice skin combo there.
Oh, that's my favorite skin combo right there. I love that combo.
Oh,
it's
it is?
great.
Is that what you're rocking?
Yeah. Yeah, on the Steam version, yes. Because I have everything unlocked on the Steam version.
It's up to you, Trashman. I'm down for normal or any custom settings if you want to mix it up.
Yeah.
Custom settings are pretty fun. Just as an FYI, the mods and I, the enhanced mod team, we're looking into hosting some more multiplayer things in Discord in the future, whether it might be like casual Discord-only tournaments, stuff like that. And we're thinking about messing around with those custom settings, so stay tuned on that in the coming months. Okay, so quick burst, long burst. Okay, I think we had this experience on one of our other streams, CJ, where we might be in burst for a while.
Okay, let's see it. I don't know if you probably played Panel de Pont.
Yeah.
AKA Tetris Attack back in the day. There was well, where I worked, we would play Tetris Attack a lot. Panel de Pont a lot, and got so good at it where there would be like just garbage stacked forever. Like it would get to the point where there was more garbage like there was a queue of garbage ready to fall, just immeasurable queue.
Yeah.
And you just had to deal with it for the most of the match. Like it was all playing defense, and I feel like when you have long burst on, you're playing that way. You're dealing with like a potentially really long, like if you're dealing with every
like
single piece of the queue like ready to fall on you, and if you make one mistake, you're dead.
Also, I took way too long to enter burst there. I was enjoying your story, but it is challenging to. You gotta lock in for these kind of games sometimes to chat.
Yeah,
totally. It's always a challenge. It's fun though. That's what it's all about.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah, I think Trashman is one of the more OG Luminous players. Or I saw them in the community before Arise, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I remember seeing this suggestion, but it'd be fun to have some of the challenge gimmicks, so say getting more of one color and stuff like that in the custom settings.
That would be fun, yeah. That could get pretty darn crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine playing a Goldfish versus game.
Goldfish Bowl versus? It'd be like
Goldfish
very
Bowl
short games.
versus.
Unless you'd have to make the attacks smaller.
That's true,
I
yeah.
A sudden death mode would be interesting, though. Like if a game that goes over a certain amount of time, where it starts to close in the board size, wouldn't that be interesting?
Yeah. That could be good.
Flashbacks to OG Luminous multiplayer.
Yeah. There is a challenge. Is it called one shot or one pass, where you kind of set up the board and then it goes across? That could be a fun versus challenge too. Like set up your board and see how many squares you can get versus another player.
Or the ones we were playing today, the rhythm ones will be interesting.
Yeah, for
rhythm
sure.
Versus.
Yeah.
Always fun to theory craft puzzle game modes.
That's right. None of those modes are planned, by the way. Just we're talking pie in the sky here.
How's this battle looking, CJ? From
5.
Well. Piloting.
It's looking pretty even, quite honestly.
I think they got him to burst a little sooner this time around.
They did get into burst quite quickly.
I'll make sure to burst here. 8 timeline sweeps.
Yeah. It's a lot of timeline sweeps at 289 from Kyobi. Or not Kyobi, I'm sorry.
Oh, Trashman.
Trashman! I saw Kyobi in the chat.
I didn't correct you, I was locked in.
Yeah, that's right.
3 of 14.
Okay, that's good, that's good.
Trashman
already in...
issue. Yeah.
They are outpacing you, yeah.
This might need to be our last game at this rate.
Yeah, Kyobi, I have not seen online competitive penalty pawn. I'm sure it's crazy, though.
Yeah, there's some
I need to seek that out.
I know Dormy is really good. I know community member and Enhance. I don't know if that's gonna
205. I don't know that. Well, it looks like it did actually.
So good. Yeah.
It did. They're already back in burst though.
Let's see if I can repace here. I'm gonna try to get back in burst quickly.
Yeah. Getting a 289.
Locked out, but let's keep stacking.
See if you can unlock it.
Yeah.
Get close.
Fortunately, we have a lot of time to unlock it.
You do, but gosh, this one's a difficult one.
Please.
Nope.
Nope. Oh no. I think it's over.
I think it might be over.
And with a giant heart in the burst there, Logan takes me out. GG. Just a normal 627 attack and 488. That's our typical stats
completely
here.
Normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good games, Trashman. And for anyone else that didn't get a chance to play, we'll be hosting more community showcases, some more multiplayer focused in the future. But good games, and of course, if you're looking to keep playing, feel free to keep the party going. And we have a custom matches channel on our Discord. If you're looking to challenge players, make some friends in the Enhanced community, highly encourage you go and do so. And I think that's that. There might even be, while I'm on that topic, there might even be a community tournament hosted by a community member coming up this weekend that they might be promoting on our Discord, so be on the lookout for that as well if you're looking for some competitive goodness. But with that, I'm burst battled out, CJ. So Oh, what's our goal? Are we?
I'm not surprised.
Oh, we're so close to 1 million. 998. So
Very close.
If we played one more burst battle session and came out, we would be there. So gets us last 2,000 points in. That'll be like literally 5 games. So cool. And I think we can close out our stream. And while we do that, I guess we can shout out the soundtrack again. So be sure to, if you want to support Enhance and the official soundtrack, you can pre-order that soundtrack on Bandcamp. If you want to pop that in chat, CJ, there we go. Yeah. At highdelic.bandcamp.com, and that releases February 2nd. And yeah, if you're a big Enhanced fan, of course, you are going to be enjoying the music in our games. And it's a doozy. It's a large soundtrack, and we think you're going to like it. So stay tuned. We have some more stuff coming up in the next few weeks to promote that, and some other community events and stuff like that. But all right, and hope everyone has a good weekend, and you can hit that 5 million in our Weekend Lumi Live. I'll probably be hanging out in the Discord a little bit this weekend, here and there. You might see me lurking, but yeah. Anything else, CJ?
No, I think that's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, everyone have a good weekend. We'll hang out with you on the Discord, and until next time. Okay, lagging for a second, but bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.